Ryan Little.
So to get started on this cardigan, I'll be using Red Heart soft yarn in just all black and a 5.5mm crochet hook. So starting with my slip knot on the hook, I'm going to start off by creating an odd numbered chain and adding 2 for turning. So for me, that's going to be about 75 chains plus 2. So I'm here with my chain, and I'm going to add my 2 for turning. And from here, I'm going to go back and add a half double crochet into each stitch. So from here, I'm going to yarn over and skip my first 2 stitches from the hook and add my half double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Yarn over and pull through. And with 3 on the hook, I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So again, from here, I'm going to yarn over and insert into my next stitch. Yarn over and pull through. With 3 on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And I'll continue to add half doubles for the entire chain. And finishing up here in my last few stitches. So to start the next row, I'm going to chain 2 and turn. So for this next row, we're going to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to start off by adding a half double into that very first stitch and continue this for the whole row. And I'm going to continue to add rows of half double crochet for a total of 11 rows.
Ryan Little.
Okay. Dog came and unraveled everything. Alright guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, I've added a ton of rows, but I'm going to show you what I've done right here to get this pattern. So after I've added 11 rows of the half double crochet, I'm going to start adding spaces in between my stitches. And I'm going to alternate the pattern every 11 rows between regular half double crochets and adding the spaces in between. So to start this section, after I've chained 2, I'm going to add a regular half double crochet into the very first stitch. From here, I'm going to chain 1 and skip the next stitch and go right into the second stitch from the hook with a regular half double crochet. And as you can see, that chain space kind of adds a little bit of a gap to make the cardigan a little bit more lightweight. So after my half double crochet, I'm going to chain one again, skip a stitch, and go into the next with a regular half double crochet. And that's going to be the pattern for this whole row. So we're going to chain one, skip one, half double crochet into the next. So to start the next row, I'm going to chain two. And in the first two stitches, I'll be adding a half double crochet. And after those first two half double crochets, I'm going to continue the row the same way that I did with the last. So I'm going to chain one, skip one, and I'm going to half double crochet into the open space. Again, I'm going to chain one, skip one, and half double crochet into this space. And alternating the rows with the regular half double crochet and the spaces gives the all black cardigan a pretty nice texture. And now it's time to start working on adding on the front panels of the cardigan. So before I add on my front panels, I've gone in and marked out 37 stitches from both sides of the edge of the cardigan. And this is just to leave a little bit of a space for the neck hole. So to add on my front panels, I've left my yarn attached from when I was working on my back panel, and I'm just going to work in rows up until my marker. So starting here at my corner, I've already chained two, and I'm going to continue to add 11 rows of the spacing. And once I've reached my marker, I'm going to finish up my very last stitch. And I'm going to go ahead and remove it. And since this is going to be the edge of my front panel, I'm going to chain two and turn my work. And from here, I'm just going to keep adding rows of the alternating spaces. So I'm just going to continue on with the pattern until I have matching front and back pieces. And I've just finished up adding the 11 rows of the spaces, and now I'm just going to continue with the front panel, adding my 11 rows of solid half double crochets. Some progress. Hey guys, so I'm back again and I have officially finished the front and back panels of the cardigan. All that I have left to do is seam up the sides. And now I'm on to the next step, which is crocheting and adding on my sleeves. Alright, so to make the sleeves, I'm going to follow the same exact pattern that I used for the body. So I'm going to chain 51 plus 2 for turning. And now I'm going to go back and add a half double crochet like normal in every single stitch. And just as before, I'm going to add a total of 11 rows of the half double crochet and then switch to 11 rows of the spacing. So now I finally have both of my sleeves completed. And now I have to attach the sleeves to the panels of the body at the shoulder seams. And I'm going to stitch together the sleeve along the side of the body of the cardigan. And now that I have my sleeves attached at the shoulder, I'm going to go back and slip stitch all up the side of the cardigan and down the sleeve. In order to create the ribbed cuff, I need to front post and back post stitch. So after chaining two, I'm still going to use half doubles. So I'm going to go into the stitch and around to pop it out in the front, yarn over, pull through, and then finish your half double crochet. and that's going to be a front post. Once we have more rows, you'll be able to see it clear. Now for the next one, I have to back post. So I'm going to start coming in through the back, pop out, so that the yarn is on the back of our hook now. And I'm just going to alternate the front and back post half double crochet for the entire row. And back here at the end of my row, I'm going to slip stitch into my chain 2 and finish out the row. And for the rest of the rows, the pattern is going to remain exactly the same. So I'm going to chain 2, and wherever I have front posted in that first row, I'm going to add another front post. So my first stitch is a front post, and my next stitch is a back. And just continue to alternate between the front and the back post to end up with a textured ribbed cuff.
Brian Little.